what is your story? Because you was married at one point.
Had to get out of that divorce, especially the second one.
The marriage.
That it felt like a death.
Neither one of my divorces felt like death.
Okay.
It felt like freedom.
There was a point in our marriage when I didn't know if I wanted to stay married. God was like, why do you keep worrying about what it is and just let it do what it do?
I was going through my second divorce. Wow. He was 24, young. I don't know if this young thing is ready to navigate all this.
I always grew up wanting people to know me and like me for me, not for what I can do for you, not for what I have. Sure.
We are women, but then we become wives.
Yes.
And there's a certain expectation that we have to live up to when we become a wife. According to the description in God's word, I can be a wife, but what does it mean to be his wife?
So what was the turning point for you to say, okay, I can see myself?
I think every man needs a partner that winning.
Winning? I'm winning. You winning?
Winning.
Wait, winning? What is
Winning.
Is this a song?
No.
What are you doing?
Remember a couple of years back, Charlie Sheen, the actor, he kind of went left. And they did this huge interview with Charlie Sheen, and he was just like, regardless of whatever the situation,
He said,
winning.
yeah, he did.
Winning.
He kept saying winning.
So today we are winning. Welcome to My Dope Blend. We want you to listen before we even get started. I'm telling you now, listen, like, subscribe,
Yes.
share.
Yes.
Now you would want to, because you're going to be so into the conversation in about 5 minutes that you're going to forget to do it. Stop what you're doing, like, subscribe, share now, because we have amazing guests. We have an amazing show today that I am so excited because I remember maybe about a month ago, I woke up and I saw this clip on Instagram and I was howling laughing.
Yes, Lord.
I sent it to Leslie and she was laughing. Right? I think I showed it to you.
You showed it
I
to
showed
me,
it to you. Same day we go to the barber shop and my barber says, man, I need to send y'all this clip. Y'all gotta see this clip. He sends the clip while we sitting in the barber shop. Guess what clip it was?
Exact.
Meaning, so today, without any further ado, we want to welcome to the My Dope Blend house, the Lopers.
Yes.
They are blended and winning. All right. So
Love it.
let's go, My Dope Blend.
Yes. Guys, I am so excited. As my husband has said, this is just amazing to have you guys on the show. You know, we look at all your clips. We just love the energy that you guys have. You know, we love how you guys are so into each other and promoting marriage, healthy marriage, loving marriage, while building, you know, a blended situation.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what, you know, we're all about. That's what our listeners are all about, our viewers. And we're excited here. You know, we're talking about any and everything. So today we're just going to have a conversation on it all. Marriage, you know, our kids, what all it look like, Jesus, divorce, you know, all of that thing, how we got to where we are. So I want you guys to kind of talk about that a little bit and just tell them, like he already said, these are the Lopers, but I just want you guys to just have, you know, conversation with the people who you are. Stacy
and Joaquin.
Joaquin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. Tell us about yourselves, how y'all got together.
Oh, well, first of all, thank y'all for inviting us and us being here.
Yes.
And I'm going to relax and sit back.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You know you love to talk. Why do you do that?
I have, God has blessed me with the gift of gab.
Yes.
However, you tell our introduction story so much.
I have no problem doing that.
Okay. This is going to be good.
So my name is Stacy Loper, and this is my handsome husband.
I see already.
Yes.
You did tell me. Okay, go ahead.
This is my handsome husband, Joaquin Loper,
Yes.
and we are blended and winning.
And so are you.
Come on, yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Y'all work on that. Oh, yeah.
So Joaquin and I met in 2005
Yes.
at the University of Southern Miss.
Yeah, to the top.
So, to the top. So I was walking back to my job, which I was working in financial aid at the time. I was a graduate student. And he spotted me across campus.
Yes.
And all I heard was this guy say, "Hootie."
Yes, sir.
And she heard
And
my cry.
I turned around and I said, "Bloop, bloop."
Oh, y'all was next. Y'all was next.
Listen.
Y'all was
I
next.
was like, "Is that for me?"
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. But he did spot me across campus.
Okay, okay.
I did.
I went on to work, and about a couple of days later, I think,
Yeah.
he walked into the financial aid office to check on his financial aid for that,
Yeah, I was checking on my financial.
that year.
Yeah.
And he saw me pass his financial aid counselor's office, and he said, "That's her, that's her, that's her." He's like, "That's the girl I was telling you about." And he came and introduced himself.
Yeah.
And we've been together ever since the link up.
Yeah.
Ever since.
Yeah. You've been together since the link up.
We've been together since the link up.
So, okay, so y'all got together. You saw it out on the campus, went after her. But what is your story? Because you was married at one point,
I
right? And
was.
you were a mother, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Technically.
Yeah. I wasn't even divorced yet
Okay.
from that second divorce when I met him. Okay.
Okay.
So when he told his financial aid counselor, like, "That's her, that's her," she said no.
Yeah.
She told him, "You don't."
I see it.
No.
Okay.
Because she knew 2 kids.
Yeah.
I was going through my second divorce.
Wow.
And she was like, "That's not what you."
Okay.
So I am older than Joaquin. I am 4 years older than him.
Mhm.
So he was 24, young.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if this young thing is ready to navigate all this that I got going on, you know?
Right.
So,
right.
you know what I mean?
Very right.
And it was real.
Yeah.
I mean, it was real for her to tell him,
Yeah.
like, she knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she knew his situation. He was single,
Yeah.
living life footloose and fancy free. He didn't
Sure.
have any worries.
Right.
Hey, I
was
get
he.
that, you know? I mean, it's like,
Yeah, because Leslie's older than me too.
Okay.
mhm.
She was a
First of all,
She a
I'm
cougar.
not-
She's a cougar.
Yeah.
not even a full year. So let that be clear.
Hey, I'm on. No, no.
Whatever.
No, I'm not first.
So what?
Yeah. He has a point.
Thank you.
And she's your cougar. I call this my mountain lion.
Y'all see why I
Yes.
treat him the way I treat him,
Understood.
right?
Right. I get it. I get
Okay.
it. I get it.
Okay.
Okay, we sorry.
Okay,
We
so-
sorry. Okay.
So no, so she told him no, and his comment, and he tells me all the time. He said my comment was like, "Them kids ain't got nothing to do with what I want."
Yeah. Yeah.
I said,
I said, man, there was a lot. I was like, man, that's a lot. And she
Yeah.
walked back by it. I was like, it's work. I said, well, them kids ain't really got nothing to do with me. I ain't brought niggas to them kids. And that was it.
Wow.
mm-hmm.
That was it.
Really?
But something amazing happened. She wasn't ready for nothing serious. Of course,
wasn't.
coming out of her second divorce, we started hanging out. We just started hanging out as a
As friends.
yes, as friends, but we have that as a group. So it was her, my campus mom, which was the other counselor, and a few more people.
Okay.
So every week we would have lunch together at places like this, and I would cook in my apartment, and they would come over sometime, and I would cook for them
Yep.
stuff. So she didn't get to know me as someone trying to holler.
I get it. I
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
She got to know me for who I was,
Understood.
and that was
That's what she.
that's what it was, because it also gave me the freedom and the flexibility to not only be me, but be me in my environment.
Understood.
And one thing about Stacy, if you ever know Stacy, she's a lot. You know, she's a
I
lot.
mean,
She,
I
she-
received that.
Yeah, she is. She is.
What you said?
She is. And God bless me to handle it. So,
Right.
Yes.
Sassy?
yeah, you like that.
You got them shoulders back.
Yeah, you got. But one thing she used to always tell me is that she was like, I've never had someone talk to me like this. I'm like, I don't have nothing to lose,
Wow.
and I'm not here to impress you.
I love it.
You know, those are the types of things that.
Yeah. Well, and see, it makes sense because it didn't, even though it was the hootie hoo moment and it would have solved the bus pit, right? I understand completely because you didn't feel the pressure of trying to holler,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
You could be yourself. If it's something I don't like, I'm just gonna tell you I don't like it because guess what? Oh, I ain't trying to holler. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she had to accept that, and I'm sure that she appreciated that.
I did. I appreciated it a lot because I will say I've always felt in relationships that I was the I was the trophy. I was the, and it was like you don't want to upset me, so it's gonna always be my way or the highway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
Okay.
He was the first ones that come in and was like, "Listen, I'm gonna need you to bring that down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna need you to bring that down a little bit." I'm like, "Who you talking?"
Yeah.
He was like, "You." I was like, "Okay, my bad."
Which is no, I mean, honestly, we're the same.
Well, we had a similar dynamic in that of, here I was married, divorced with children when I came to the table with Leslie, right? And Leslie was single, no children, and she was accustomed to being. I'm Leslie. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I won't have to answer to nobody. I don't have to, I could love and leave them. I could, because there ain't no ring on this finger, you know what I'm saying? And that was her, right?
Yeah.
She was a trophy. She was an it girl.
Uh-huh.
Same time with me, even though I was coming with as a divorcee with the children, I also am a Leo, right? And so I'm used to and a leader, Leo and a leader. And so I'm accustomed to being in charge. I'm accustomed to being in control. I'm accustomed to being, out front.
I was just about to say,
Both
throw
of
in the
us.
music industry because we were also in the
Right.
music industry and knew the same people
Right.
or the same yellows, and it was like,
So there was a lot of
Yes.
her thing for me was, you don't run me. I don't, I'm not afraid of that thing.
Uh-huh.
And my thing for her was, I'm the prize. So we both had to balance each other.
Let's see. Yeah.
Both,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And I also had a friend who actually was, that is the godfather to our children. He was like, yeah, he got 2 kids, and I was like, yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
And I said it. I was like, no, I don't know. I'm not interested in somebody, one, who's been married, and then 2, they got 2 kids. And he was like, yeah, he got daughters. I said, I don't know daughters. I was really honest, like, no, I'm good. Like, that's not what I want. But of course, God had a different plan.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Baby, you better say it.
And the way it happened is it's almost a little kind of parallel. We weren't on campus, we were in church, but what he saw me in a different light. Correct. And I actually thought I offended him because we were all hanging out with friends and we were talking about marriage, and he said something about divorce, and I, kind of being the sarcastic person that I am, said something like, what, like, I wouldn't have done. And he came to me and I was like, did I offend you by saying something? I know, girl, I don't care about that. I was like, oh, okay. But it was those type of situations.
Right.
for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. He wasn't, he didn't want kids.
Yeah.
The fact that I was divorced, it was like, those were his list. I met 2 things off of the list of 10 that he had on there. I was nothing he wanted. Nothing.
The Bible says be clear. Write it down and make it clear.
Yeah.
But the Bible also says, he'll protect you from yourself too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So some of the things I wanted wasn't what I needed.
And see, we
just had
talking
a
the same
conversation,
language
yeah.
because that was part of, we share that as well. Like you have the list, you should be specific and don't settle for what you didn't pray for, right? At the same time, the list has to be according to God's will as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we could have things on the list that's just not, no.
Well, not God's will.
I will say this. I will say this, and this is most individuals. If you don't have that strong connection with Christ or that strong understanding, most people make our list for now.
That's good.
Or
But
what
the-
we perceive
but-
things should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the list really is not what for now. The list is for what it's going to be.
Yes,
What we're going
that's
into.
That's good.
Absolutely.
So everything I had on the list, other than track star. Well, she was a track star.
She's a runner. She's a track.
Yeah. I was gonna say. Let me take that back. Everything on the list, really. You see, I tried to go on.
That's good.
Yeah. Everything on my list planned out and panned out to be able I got I received.
Wow.
Okay.
So and then some.
Wow.
So
So what was the turning point? What was the turning point after the, hanging out and you guys meeting with Fred? What was the turning point for you,
yeah.
for you to say, okay,
For you.
okay, I want to go, I want to do this. Because it's the man that fight for wife, I fight for good. So what was the turning point for you to say, okay, I could see myself?
I think every man needs a wife and a partner that makes them better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I had big dreams. I had big goals, but they were selfish goals. She allowed me to see something bigger that I had not seen or looked at before.
That's good.
But she made me magnify my goals as well.
That's good.
Because she would always ask me, "Is that it?"
Wow.
And I'm like, and this is the thing though. My wife never knew what I was into, other than the military, until like 8 months after we met.
8 months.
Because I grew up in Decatur, Mississippi, very impoverished. So I always grew up wanting people to know me and like me for me, not for what I can do for you, not for what I have.
Sure.
Wow.
And what I have is not much, but it's mine. It ain't yours.
Get it?
So she made me want to be better in those moments.
That's awesome.
And she received me for me. And I don't know, this girl, she does. And this is the thing, I've never been able to put my finger on that.
Yeah.
On what that thing was.
Wow.
And there was a point in our marriage when I didn't know if I want to stay married. I was like, why is it that I want to stay with her? What is this? And how God was like, why do you keep worrying about what it is and just let it do what it do?
Wow.
I was like, well, shoot, if I can't figure it out, I don't have nothing to say. You don't listen to me anymore.
Yeah.
Most people would say, I love you for looks, I love you for sex, or I love you for this. But once that's gone, now I don't love you anymore. So that thing that Stacy has about that makes me better, I never put my finger on it. So there's nothing I can say, you don't do this for me anymore.
Wow.
So yeah.
It's a working document. It's a living organism.
So I want to kind of make a point to that, when, especially, for women, when we look at things and we are dating and things like that, we want that thing or, something about me that just he gravitates toward. And it's not that thing, it's that who. Because it wasn't about one specific thing that he found, it was who she was. And in that, it expounded with more and more things that just made him who he is and who he was going to be and who they are going to be together as a married couple. So I think, for those that are dating, for those that are, in marriage counseling, those who are in premarital counseling, don't look for the one. Because we also talked about that. It's not about making the other person whole. You have to go into this whole, to whole people coming together. But we are there to build each other and to make each other better and stronger.
I want to say too that what I love about the dynamic is I shared in season 3 that I was noticing that we had a clip from season 1 that it was more of a behind the scenes after the episode had ended, and it was just candid. And it was the episode that our daughters, which were my biological children, her bonus children, were part of the show. After the show was over, the actual camera stopped rolling, but we, kept talking. And in that conversation, it led to me being led to apologize to them, and we had a very open conversation. Here recently, I posted it, and it went viral, and the majority of the people that responded were males. And, in our blended dynamic, a lot of the people who respond are females, right? And so in season 3, I felt like there was a need for me as the male presence on the show to start to really speak to the men out there who have experiences in this blended dynamic, right? So what I love about this is this wasn't the case of a woman coming to a man who had children and had been divorced. This was the case of a man coming to a woman who had children and was going through a divorce. And you could have easily been like you said, all right, no, I ain't got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Man, forget the
Right here.
real quick.
Yeah.
He said it a couple times.
Yeah.
Like, forget them keys.
The first story, Ron will tell you this story.
I mean, real talk though.
Listen.
So this is a different dynamic.
And it's good because they get to see both sides
Yes.
of the coin.
Because
It's
that's right, especially in 2026.
Yes.
The reality of it is the likelihood of people who are not married getting into a relationship that does not have some level of a blend is very slim.
That's it.
The statistics,
We talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, so it's not just women who are trying to find a man that might not have children or might not have been married. It's vice versa as well. As men are coming into situations where they are coming across women,
Yeah.
and, they find to be so amazing, but they come along with what in the past we would deem as baggage.
Yes.
We called it baggage. You know what I'm saying? Now it's not baggage, it's reality.
It's
Yeah.
reality.
You have to approach that thing
For what it is.
For what it is.
It's
such.
It's still baggage. It just has to be unpacked.
Yeah.
Are you willing
That's
to
good.
deal with what's in the?
Yeah.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
Yeah.
What's in the bag?
That's yeah. Louis Vuitton. It was Louis. It could have some broken stuff too. But
Absolutely. So with that, Stacy, I want to talk about that. You know, because you were not only married once, married twice.
I said the first one don't count.
But no,
Oh, it counts. Because if the first one don't count, if that's the case.
listen.
No, you. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Oh,
You saying the first one don't count?
Baby.
Tell me right now. Does the first one not count? Tell me, Stacey.
So
Joaquin
Joaquin has made me rationalize with the fact that yes, it does count, even though it was only 9 months, and it was annulled.
Okay.
It was never consummated.
Okay.
So that's why I say it doesn't
Okay.
count.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can understand.
So,
Okay.
but I do realize I have been married twice. Okay.
Okay.
I was married very young at the age of 18, and yeah, the circumstances for that first marriage was transactional.
Okay.
It was transactional, and when I think back to then living in New York City and just being swallowed by all of this life that New York has coming from the South,
Yeah.
it was like,
Sure.
whoa, okay, like cultural shock. From 16, I get married at 18, then I moved back down south at 21.
Okay.
You know, and so I go through all of this dynamic, all the things, okay? And then my second marriage was a marriage of familiarity. Let's just be real. I married a guy I grew up with in grade school, middle school, and high school, and we should have never
Understood.
gone over the friend zone
Okay.
ever. But we had a child out of that.
Okay.
You know, my first daughter, I didn't marry her father, but our second daughter, I did marry her father, and you know, it was a marriage of familiarity. And when you marry out of familiarity, out of comfort, you run into the fact that they will not see you for more than who they saw you as growing up.
Wow.
You will not move from square one. And we never moved from square one because he couldn't see me for anything more than who he saw me as in high school, college, and going throughout those years with me.
Wow.
That's
Couldn't see.
big.
He couldn't see past that. He couldn't see past that girl that he grew up with. He couldn't. And I mean, and I played a huge part in that too.
Yeah.
Like my actions, my voice, my tone, and yes, I played a huge part in that.
Yeah.
You know, but it's, you know, that familiarity and that comfort, I stay away from that.
So we've talked about when he decided that he was ready to divorce, and well, boy, he is the one that asked for the divorce, and then what comes after that? He said it felt like a death. Trying to figure out if this is something. Am I doing the right thing? I'm not happy here, but my daughters. Did you ever feel like, okay, this feels like death? And for you, so maybe twice, because not only were you married, then you have 2 girls in this, and now I have to do this by myself. Is this something I really want to do, or do I suck it up and just?
All right, so
That's
let's
real talk.
Joaquin already laughed. Okay.
Here we go.
Neither one of my divorces felt like death.
Okay.
It felt like freedom.
Come on.
Like, Lord, thank you.
I mean,
I'm sorry. When you gonna ask that question, I'm like,
I felt your spirit.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Was going.
I'm like,
I knew it was going.
can we just let this go?
Okay.
Like,
good.
like, God, listen.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, I had to get out of that divorce, especially the second
that
one.
marriage.
Like that, I mean, I had to get out of that marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, and I had to ask for some hard forgiveness, Lord. I did, but that was not going to end well if it didn't end when it did.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
And
Yeah.
me coming in, I don't know if men do this today. I've been off the dating scene for 21 years. I don't know. I don't mind asking questions. If I'm getting into something that has a background, it's no different than doing a Carfax on a car.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm involved now.
I asked so many questions, and she had never dealt with. She was like, I've never had a guy ask me. I need to know about this. What were their areas of failure? Because I'm not trying to step in those areas. Even if we take this any further, I was just trying to get to know her.
Sure.
So a lot of the questions, she was like, you just asked me that question. I want to see if the answer will be the same.
Wow.
So I never asked specifically about those men. What about their relationship was? And I don't think many people do that now because,
Long.
seriously, we talk to couples and well, I don't want to know that, they ain't none of my business. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because once we started getting close, I was like, no, this is going to be my business.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And because one thing about it, if you don't fix those things, they're
It's going
doomed to
to.
repeat themselves. And when they come back my way,
Yes, sir.
and I have thick skin.
Yeah.
So there's nothing she's ever been able to respond with. Just really.
Well, see, I love that because my thing, when we having come from a divorce, right? I would like to think, I won't even say I'd like to think, I'll just be honest, that there were lessons throughout that I had to learn. And I was intentional about learning them.
Yeah.
Right. And one of the things that I learned coming from a divorce was two things. One, don't ignore red flags. And two, you have to have complete honesty. And so when she and I started dating, I came into it saying, listen, I need to be able to be brutally honest with you. I got to be able to say when I don't like something. I've got to be able to say when something bothers me. I've got to be able to say, I don't want to feel like I have to keep it to myself, because when I start keeping stuff to myself, when I live in here, this is your, I got a big head.
It's a battlefield.
soon.
It's a battlefield.
You won't listen, right? And so the brutal honesty that we were able to have with each other was both. It was both ways, because she asks a lot of questions. She shared a lot of her reservations, a lot of her concerns. I shared a lot of my history, all of my history. I came into it with no secrets. I shared everything.
Correct.
Bared everything. And with that, it was like being able to be brutally honest and to be vice versa. One of the things I've always said is, when I ask you something, go ahead and be honest right then.
Don't wait.
Don't wait, because I'm prepared in that moment to hear to the
hear
head.
that.
So I'm prepared.
So
I'm prepared for whatever that is. I don't be.
Correct.
See,
And
you give it to me now,
and
but
that's
I'm ready for
And
it.
that's our motto. Take
Don't
you
hold
this
it. And then
day.
come back later and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. No.
Yeah.
Because that answer, especially before marriage, that answer to decide whether I go left or right.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't choose that for me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let me choose that. We don't want to get into that. I don't
No.
even-
Yeah.
And let me be honest.
Get into
So
that.
one of my biggest reservations, when you were saying you was ready to, be done with the marriage, and for him, he was the one that said, I can't do this anymore. But our situation was slightly different because his ex didn't want the divorce.
Mine didn't either.
Yes. And so they were high school sweethearts, and and all of this transpired and not wanting to let go.
Yeah.
So, and at that moment, even after divorce, not wanting to let go.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait a minute, what I don't do?
Yes.
That was in my head. Seriously, let me
That's
tell you
me.
what I don't do,
Mm-hmm.
and what
Yeah.
I'm not going to do, and I'm making that very
Yes.
clear.
Yeah.
And there's no insecurity on my end, but what I'm not but I don't play with disrespect and all of this.
Yeah.
That and I had to be clear with that. And we've never had tumultuous issues or anything like that within our situation. I will be very honest. But I'm also honest with my viewers on I had to deal with indirect things that, as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So those things, and because you and I are in the same situation, did you ever have to deal with it? And I would love to hear that from a male
Male
standpoint,
perspective.
from male perspective of, you having to deal with their fathers.
Of course.
And how was that?
It was different for both parties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a high sense of or high depth of respect for my oldest daughter's father. I've only met him once.
Okay.
Only saw him once.
Uh-huh.
That was the only time I spoke to him.
Yes.
Talked to him.
Mhm.
Because when it comes to what she had prior to me, I let you deal with that
Mhm.
as long as you deal with it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I met him once, and my oldest daughter, was going on her college visit,
Mhm.
and he met her there.
Okay.
What I respect about him is because I don't have a relationship with him, don't know him.
Mhm.
I think he knew some of my family, but he asked me to come speak to him. Now, I don't know what's about to come.
Right. Sure. Yeah, you a man, so you just prepare you. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But this man shook my hand and said, "Thank you for raising my daughter.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. He did.
You done a great job."
Wow.
And at that moment, I was like, I don't know what you all had,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but this moment right here,
Right.
I
Number
think
respect.
Nothing but respect.
Yeah. Nothing
Nothing
but
but
respect.
respect.
Yeah.
That's a real man.
And I've always stood on that with him. Like you did your part, even though you weren't part of her life. You did what you did, and he went on his way. I went on
Yeah.
mine
Mhm.
with our oldest daughter's father.
Sure.
Mhm.
No.
Talk about the second.
No,
Talk about the second one, baby.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Let's see.
Is this thing on?
The second one.
Right.
In 21 years, I've never spoken.
Okay.
Mhm.
Once again,
Yeah. Sure. Understood.
because I didn't know you I don't know you all as friends. Didn't know you as
Mhm.
married. Didn't know you as nothing. So I don't speak on things that I had no
Right.
Right.
Sure.
until it comes
Affects.
into
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Um, you have every man. I think every man or every woman compares themselves of how they handle things to the way other people handle things or don't handle things.
Mhm.
So there are not many similarities we have.
Mhm.
I got it.
My daughter is my daughter,
Mhm.
and I treat her as such.
Mhm.
When she's not treated as such,
Yeah. You got to handle this.
you can't really say this. And I don't want to be too disrespectful.
Yeah. I understand.
No.
But if my daughter comes to me at several ages of her life and say, well, my father says he's going to do this for me. Well, I expect her father to do that for her.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Because when it doesn't do that for her,
Then
Mhm.
I'm the one that have to bear the brunt of it.
Mhm. Yeah.
And people don't look at that. So there's a lot of times as a father, as a man, men don't understand you're not going to be praised, especially coming into a blended
That's good.
situation. Not only just your own, a blended situation.
Mhm.
You're not going to get the praise, but you need to be able to pat yourself on the back and know that you're doing the right thing.
yeah.
Wow.
We
Wow.
just talked about this yesterday.
So, and I think that caused a lot of rift for us.
Mhm. I think it caused a lot of rift for us. In that.
I was like, how you choose?
Yeah, he was like, what were you thinking? And I was like, again, familiarity, comfort, you know.
And she even told me, no, let's go back. My wife had no churching.
No church.
She had no ground. She had no bearings in church.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a heathen, honey, a
None.
heathen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Other than her probably chasing some little boys to church when she was in junior high and high school.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
I don't know if did you ever have a man? Wait, no, she. My wife never had. I don't think she ever had a man to really just usher her to church because he wanted her to be better in that area.
Understood.
That was my biggest thing. No, we have to have this.
This is it.
This is our foundation.
This is it. I know if we go do anything, we ain't doing nothing without
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And it can't be on a religious base. No, this has to be a personal
absolutely.
base.
You were about to say when I went to the courthouse to get married to him.
Yes.
That's where you were going with
Yes.
that.
When she went, first of all, and I didn't know this for a while. Once again, I wouldn't ask too many questions in that. I was like, so what y'all get married again? She said, we got married at the courthouse in a rented dress.
Baby, my dress was rented.
And I was like,
I said, so that was a rented marriage. It was gonna have to be returned at some point.
Did you keep the receipt? Oh,
Every last one of
see?
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
winning.
So,
But she told me, she said, Joaquin, I kept hearing this voice. It kept telling me, don't do this.
Wow.
I did.
And I was like,
You
even
didn't listen to. I did
Wow.
not.
She didn't know to listen to.
She
I
didn't
didn't.
know.
I
She
did
didn't
not
know.
know. I was like, what is this?
That's good.
After a while, it was like,
Man.
he is not the one.
Wow.
Do not. I kept hearing that, kept hearing it.
Wow.
And
How many people
man,
sing and if you listen now,
Mhm.
hit that voice is probably talking to you right now and telling you, y'all gotta listen to it.
Now, people, y'all listen. You can't listen to your own voice.
Right.
right.
Sometimes you'll talk yourself out of a blessing
Oh,
because it
that's
don't look
true.
like what you think
He-
it should be.
yes.
But his voice
Mhm. Yeah.
it's so special. It's
Yeah.
so small. It's so
Yes.
and it will,
It'll constantly
Mhm. I mean, and it did. It did.
I was
I'm
listening
telling
for it when I was on my
like,
altar. She
throughout.
walking, I was like, well, yeah.
Listen, throughout so many, I think about throughout so many choices and decisions that I made from a fleshly standpoint, and I can clearly
Wow.
hear God working in that. And it's like, Stacy, you
Wow.
missed the mark again. And I'm like, Jesus, just bear with me. I'm-
Yeah.
like, I'm getting there.
So let me ask you this, because did you guys have like a child support every other weekend type situation with like let me ask you why. No. Because and
Some good
I'm
tea.
curious to hear this because the situation is flipped.
Mhm.
Because we did, he had to do
Yeah.
we had the every other weekend and all those things. Or at one point when we first met, he had week on, week off, all of those things. So was there ever that type of situation? Because then when I came along, things shifted, not from him keeping them, but just how that process went about. Then it was, he had to pay for half of things that, when we picked up the girls' bag, he would have to buy additional clothes. And I was like, wait, what? All of those situations
Yeah.
to the point that I came and was like, if you're paying half of everything, then half of those clothes in that closet at that house belong to you.
Yeah.
So when they come our way, they need to be packed
Mhm.
and in the bag with them.
Mhm.
So did the girls have a relationship with their dad, or is this truly what they know?
Megan, this is truly what she knows, and that's our oldest.
Okay.
That's our oldest. So when Joaquin came into our lives, Morgan was 2, Megan was 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So really, Megan, she didn't bond with my ex-husband well. So it was always mommy and me. It was always mommy and me. That's my mommy. That's my mommy. And that's how she took to Joaquin. Like, that's my mommy.
Okay.
That's my
Yeah.
mom.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
Morgan, he said, it's my mama too.
It's a
Morgan was 2. So Morgan kind of leaned on Joaquin. However, we did have that situation, that visitation. And so we lived fairly close to each other initially when Joaquin and I started dating. But a year and a half, almost 2 years into it, is when I moved to Memphis.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
So in our divorce decree and the parenting, I could not move any more than a certain amount of miles away without permission from him.
Okay.
So I went to him and told him that, things were getting serious between Joaquin and I am going to move to Memphis.
Okay.
I asked him how he felt about that, and he said, go ahead, whatever. And I just think that kind of gave him a breath of fresh air and a release from having to have the responsibility of, that, because the actions after that
Sure.
kind of showed me that
That's what he
that was
what he
like a
wanted.
little bit of relief anyway.
Wow.
So, as we began to go back and forth, I have never, the father of my children, I've never kept my children away from their father. I have always
Never.
given you the option. Like, do you want her for spring break? Do you even Megan's father? I used to give him that option every single year. Like, do you want to see her? Do you want to get her for these days? And he was military, so he got moved around a lot, and I get that. Okay, but you never took the opportunity. She's met her paternal grandmother once. Once. Yeah. So all she really knows is this. Yeah. Morgan, it was back and forth with her dad, and then over time, because he did not want the divorce and because things were getting serious with Joaquin and I, that's when we felt the whole the tension,
Yeah.
the whole disrespect,
Yeah.
the, no, we're gonna do it my way, and I'm like,
Here we go.
Now it's ego.
Now-
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, put a pause on it. And so Joaquin came into the picture really, really big and had a conversation with my ex-husband and was like, hey, we want to always do this right. And we want to do it with respect
Yeah.
for all parties involved.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so Joaquin would then start communicating with my ex-husband about, okay, we're going to meet here
Oh, wow.
so that we can, and I am going to meet you.
Wow.
Stacey is not coming.
Wow.
Like, Joaquin took the forefront of that. And so I think it was after she turned 12. So for the first 10 years, like that back and forth was very much so with Joaquin.
Because
Wow.
there were certain, once we got married, there were certain instances that happened that I was like,
This ain't gonna go this way.
Oh,
he said, what? I
Mhm.
said, okay. I said, look, from now on, I talk to him.
Yeah.
Because before I have to be husband,
Yeah.
because I'm going to be husband.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't want, because I have to be husband, now my husbandly duties are coming in between you all's old feelings.
Understood.
Let's just meet him talk.
Understood. Understood.
And so that way, it wasn't me trying to step in and be like, I'm the macho man. No. Let me protect what I
Absolutely.
have been put over.
Mhm.
So that he doesn't say anything disrespectful to you, we'll just talk. So
See-
that's
see
what
the
it was.
Difference.
That's a big, really, that is a huge difference because as a man, you stepped up and because you are the man of the house. So yes, I'm going to take it. I couldn't do that
Yeah.
because,
Yep.
he's the man of the house and that's their mom.
Yeah.
So what I had to do was behind the scenes between my husband and I, it would be, I want you to see this for what it really is. So I would kind of open his eyes to things that normally he would be like, oh, this ain't nothing. No.
Yeah.
Let me show you,
Mhm.
let me make it clear to you what I'm seeing. This is this is this. And so when he started really seeing things, the change came from him, even though it was something that we both discussed. I couldn't go directly to her. Now, there
Right.
were situations where, I always was like, if you ever want to talk to me, because my thing was, we have girls. We got to be on the same page. I don't want to go against you. That is not my goal. So whatever you're doing there, I need to be able to do here so they can understand that we are a united
The first-
front.
yep.
Yes.
And that was my biggest thing
know?
with her, with daughters. I was very skeptical.
Yeah.
I didn't go to her place for
Yeah.
months. And I told her, I said, look, if we even go, I'm not, as a man, I'm not coming to you.
Sure. Now, and I'm actually so glad that you say that because I feel like for the first time, there's a possibility that I can ask this question and it makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Throughout the 4 seasons of Mondo Blend, it has been from the perspective of the blended. Make sense?
Yes.
We've never had an ex, right, who had, what am I trying to say? I moved on. I was the divorcer. I was the leaver.
Yeah.
My ex-wife was the divorcee, the leavee, right? Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so because I was ready to go, it was easier for me to move on. Okay. She moved on years later.
Yes.
Right? Okay. There was the part of me that always felt like I had to give her certain room of understanding because she was the mother of girls. bringing a man into the picture, which is
Mhm.
not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
I was the dad, bringing a mom into this, bringing a woman, bringing you know what I'm saying? So I would like to ask you, I'm
Mhm.
glad that you said what you said, because my question to you is, what was that like having daughters and the potential of, was there a fear there? Was there a concern there? A skepticism at all? Was there, you know what I'm saying, I'm bringing a man into the life of my daughters?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there was because I grew up in that
Okay.
type of environment.
Okay.
I grew up in a home where there was a single mom. So man after man after man, I did not want my kids to go through that. And so again, with my second marriage, again, I married out of comfort. I married out of familiarity because I wanted
Because you wanted that work, the stability.
I wanted a family. What he did, but I didn't have. And that just wasn't the case. God did not ordain that for me. Not that man,
Yeah.
not that marriage.
Sure.
He didn't. And so it was very, very skeptical and hard for me to bring that into my kids' life. Now, I have a very supportive family. Like, I could drop the girls off with my mom or my aunt and go and have my fun and do my thing, you know, as a single mom, and not have to involve them in my life outside of that, you know, outside of being their mom. But when Joaquin came around, like, it was very much so understood. My kids don't go to bed until 8:30. After 9 o'clock, I'm free if you want to come see me. Yeah. Like, he didn't meet them for almost a year.
Wow.
But I told her before she even gave me that,
Yeah.
when she was talking about the girls, and she was like, well, we need to go sometime. I was like, I'm not coming to your place.
Wow.
I said, you have daughters. I'm not. I said, I will not be a pitch on a rotation.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because she was telling me, I said, let's just be real now. I don't do this, I don't do that. And I'm like, okay, that's what you say. But I'm thinking this way because I have to prepare myself.
No,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
get what I get what he said.
And she was like, I respect that. And that's when she said, well, you know, they go to bed from this. I said, okay, cool. But when I did meet them, what's funny, I'm borderline OCD. So the first time I walked into her apartment, I was like, hey, do I need to leave and you can clean up or something?
Don't do that.
No. And
It was empty.
It wasn't dirty. Yeah, it was.
So don't say
Yeah.
that it was dirty.
But understand this.
Don't
I'm
Don't
saying-
do
No,
that.
I'm not
it
saying-
was empty.
Can I clarify?
Please do.
It was empty. It was a couch. It was and it was a TV stand that was over there wasn't put together,
Yikes.
and the carpet wasn't vacuumed. And when I did walk by her, you could see a bedroom door to the kitchen. I was like, the bed ain't made. You know, it's little things like this that So no, that's me now.
Oh my God, exactly. It's
Okay.
his thing because when he vacuums the floor, it has to
You
have the
have
lines
lines.
in it.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
listen.
just because mine didn't
I'm
have
not
lines don't mean I didn't
OCD.
vacuum.
I'm not OCD, but I gotta have lines.
So that's what I'm saying. When I said it wasn't clean, it wasn't clean to my standard. So I was like, okay.
And no,
And so-
I didn't make my bed that morning.
But this is what I did.
Okay.
No mornings. My wife has this thing. She was like, I'm getting back in the bed. Why I gotta make it up? It don't make sense to me. That's the first thing I do is get off the bed. Anyway,
What do I do?
Go ahead.
so my wife, I see. My wife, when I really started getting to know her, I saw her hustle. I saw her grind. And I was like, what time you pick the kids? We started meeting at the gym in the mornings to work out together.
Okay.
Then she would go to work. Then she would come to the gym 3 days out of the week after work.
Okay.
Then go pick her kids up.
Okay.
Then get home, do her work, do this. I'm just sitting back just watching.
Okay.
Just watching.
Yep.
And one day she asked me, she was like, Joaquin, I don't have time for this. Could you go pick my girls up?
Yeah.
And I was like, nervous,
Yeah.
but honored.
Understood.
Mhm.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
I'll do this. Went by there on her job, got her key. And she was like, what you need my key for? Just, would you please give me the key? She gave me the key, took the kids home, cooked for them, cooked and everything for her.
Wow.
Now, I can't stand being around stuff that's, girls do this. I called her, hey, this is what the girls are doing. Hey, you want to talk to them? Go talk to them, make sure she's comfortable. I said, y'all go in your room, watch TV, yada, woo, woo. I start cleaning up. I don't start washing clothes. And this is the thing, I never touched our daughter's things at that moment. I don't, that's your daughter. I'm gonna respect the heck out of you.
Right.
I'm doing this for you.
Right.
So I cleaned her bathroom up. And I'm just now, I'm buying time because I don't want to just
See, I don't
idle.
want to look at you because you know this.
And yeah.
Yes. And you being very really the kind of hosting.
Even to the point, her girls, they were like, well, we don't eat green beans. I was like, she don't cook green beans? But my wife doesn't eat green vegetables.
Yeah.
So she doesn't. I was like, well, you eat them today. And they like them.
Wow.
I see that. So when she came home, she was like, what in the world? I was like, it's clean. Wash your clothes. I put some
Baby, I
clothes
knew you was
dried
like-
on the floor.
Yeah, I was like,
This is-
And I was like, look, y'all have a good night.
this is it.
And she was like, why'd you do that? Because I can.
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing because I'm trying to impress you.
Yeah.
This is just who I am.
This is me. I'm being.
Any of my female friends that she still know to this day that were just female friends,
Yeah. That's who you are.
that's who I am.
Wow.
So those are the types of things that really
True.
drew us in. And I'm still doing that to this day.
Wow.
Yes.
So, do you all have children of your own?
Yes.
Yes.
How many?
We have two. Yeah.
How old are they?
16 and 13.
And they are
Boys. Yeah.
They are boys.
Yeah, now. So
This
you gave
is
it to
so
two girls
funny.
first.
Yeah.
Y'all blended with the two girls.
Yeah.
You had two boys of your own.
Yeah.
Same
And my wife used to.
same story.
Wow, are you serious?
Two boys?
We have
I
two
came in
boys.
with
Oh,
two
that's
girls.
awesome.
And then together we had two boys.
We have an
That's
8-year-old
awesome.
and a 6-year-old.
Daughter of 20, about to be 21, 20, 8, and 6.
Wow.
27, 23, 16, and 13.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
With it. And what was
Yes.
funny,
Yeah.
she got real close with my family. She is real close to my family. And my grandmother, before she passed, she would go over there. My grandmother would make tea cakes for her, you know, fried cream, corn for her. And
This
she
is
told
crazy.
my grandmother one day, my grandmother was talking to her just, you know, like my grandmother would.
Sure.
And she said, well, I've always wanted two boys. I've always wanted two boys. And my grandmother, without hesitation, what did she tell you?
She said, you just ain't with the right man.
Wow.
And my maiden name for my mother are the Wrights.
Is the rights.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
WR.
So you just
I
ain't met
see.
the right man.
She said, you met the right man.
Yep.
And I was like, later on, when we got pregnant, had the first boy, and we had the second boy, and I just looked out and said, you went with the right man.
I was.
Y'all, I'm about to blow y'all mind with the grandmother situation. So Greg's grandmother has passed. First of all, both of our grandmothers have passed, but our grandmothers actually became friends.
Wow.
That's how close-knit our families are. But in regards to boys, when we were pregnant with our first boy, his grandmother came to me and said, he's going to be born on my birthday because he was supposed to be a Christmas baby. And I said, no, he's not. And I said, he's supposed to be born on Christmas. She said, yes, he is. He's going to be born on my birthday. I'm telling you what I know. Guess what day he was born?
Her birthday.
On her, when I tell you from beginning, she kept telling the whole family, that baby is going to be born on my birthday.
Wow.
And I was like, when we went in for the doctor's visit, and the doctor said, okay, he's not coming. He said, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to induce you on the 28th. He said in that dining office, he said, what? He said, Doc, what date did you say? He said, the 28th, we're going to take this baby out. He was like, and so he was.
My grandmother has gone on to be with the Lord, and my son
Is
my grandson.
Wow. When I tell you, I mean, and they used to celebrate together and all of that stuff. And so for him, you know, it hits him really hard because he's like, my birthday twin, you know, is not here with me. But it's so funny to hear that.
Yeah.
And then with the second boy, I was like, okay, I'm probably pregnant with a girl. She said, girl, that's nothing but another boy in there. I said, she said, you don't believe me? She told you about the and no, it was another boy. She said, because that's all you bringing is boys. It's and for me, I was like, listen, I'm okay.
I'm happy
That's what
with
I
it.
want to bring.
Yeah.
But how was the adjustment? Because one, new dad, because now you're a bio dad. This is yours.
Yes.
You know, and you have two girls. Was there a difference for you? Because for me, we talked about this on another. I had to, you know, as a mom, it was a huge adjustment now bringing my baby, you know, into the world, as well as being a bonus mom, juggling all of these things, and trying to give love in all these different directions. And you know, so for a father, was that difficult for you?
One of the most, probably the top three, the most difficult things I've ever had to do. my girls brought a sense of vulnerability that you can't match. To see my son born changed my life. Yeah.
Look at you. I could see you. You're proud. You're so
Yeah.
proud. And it's
yeah.
good. Teary
Man, why'd you do this? God knows it. Man, it changed my life. To see life born is amazing. And to know you did it with someone who was doing it with you is even more amazing.
Absolutely.
To bring it all together, my girls told you tell the rest of the story. I can't.
What do you want me to tell? I can't tell your story. I'm supposed to be, but I can't tell this story.
Yeah, to see my girls holding their brother for the first time, yeah, and knowing that I didn't see them any differently. I think anyone that will take the chance to have another human being with someone, y'all need to be, it shouldn't be for leisure.
Yep.
So
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Y'all, this is I for those who are listening, I want you to hear his heart. And for those that are viewing, to see this is a beautiful thing, especially from a male point of view. Because I talk about me and my situation and bringing the boys and having the girls. But when you look at it from a male perspective and the heart of a man, having to love girls, two girls that weren't biologically his, but his heart. That's something I say all the time, right? Just because you didn't come from me biologically doesn't mean you're not mine. It's all about the heart. And to hear him speak of them, and then the proudness and the vulnerability that poured out of him even more when he talked about the birth of his son, because that was bringing you all together truly as one, as a family. That's the win. That's the win. And then when your second son comes into the picture, this is us. We are truly a family.
Family. We're truly blended and winning.
We're blended and winning, and we're not defined by what other people's viewpoints are, but how they feel that we should be. This is us, and this is who we are. We want the world to see that this can work.
Yes, it can.
It can work.
And it takes the two of you to make that decision to say, I'm in this. I'm in this, and whatever it is I have to do, heart, mind, then this is what I am going to do. And I had to adjust. That's the adjustment I had to make, is that I had to put my old self behind me. I had to die to myself daily in building my relationship with Christ. And then becoming his wife. Because becoming his wife was totally different from being a wife.
Wow.
I had to become his wife.
That's good. That's good.
And in that, it took some pruning, some shedding, some very hard times, some very tough conversations that we had to have. And
I got emotional because I think, I know that his birth was the glue that kind of held us together through our roughest times. It was that glue because me not want to be a father in my younger days was because of how my father was. And it wasn't any fault to his. That was his dynamics of how he grew up with no father. And I wasn't going to do that. Any man that sees their child born, there's something inside them that should just speak to them and be like, look, I don't want to be what we came from. I want to be what we're going to. And I used to tell my wife, this ain't about my family. This ain't about your family. This is about us. I don't care about your traditions. I don't care about my tradition. And we had to get to that point. So we got to disappoint some people. I don't care because we've always gotten together on this, but we're not coming this year. I don't care about not being liked by other people. I don't care about my family may not liking you.
Yeah.
They'll be okay.
Yeah.
As long as they don't disrespect you.
Yeah. That part.
And you have to, anybody getting married, you all have to have some secure,
Now that's anchor.
Baby.
I mean some
Anchor.
secure, some driven and some tested people around you that aren't in it for themselves. They're in it for you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So the times that I was even thinking about leaving my wife
Yeah.
for valid reasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The men that I went to
Yes.
I was hoping.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gotta have.
Well, hoping would agree with me.
Yeah.
They're like, nah.
Challenge me to be
Nah,
no.
boy.
I
Nah,
love
nah,
to
nah,
be a
nah.
man.
In my first marriage, my first wedding, we were young. Had this big, huge wedding. We were members of this big, huge church. We had this big, huge wedding. We had all these bridesmaids and all these groomsmen and all these everything and blah, 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 blah. We had it all. And we ended up divorced. And we loved everybody that was in them, But when it came time for Leslie and I to get married, when it came to my groomsmen, like I had a couple of groomsmen that were just like, oh, he must have just needed to fill a spot because she had too many bridesmaids. No, I was very intentional about who I chose as groomsmen because this time I made sure that I picked my boys, my brothers that loved us both, that would just have my back, but that would have hers as well.
Yeah.
You see me out of pocket. You see me talking crazy. You see me treating her crazy. If you see anything, if you see me in the streets, if I come to you and I tell you I'm ready to go, I don't need you to just jump on my bandwagon and be like, all right, I got you. Just if Leslie calls you, just tell her I was with you. No.
Yeah.
My groomsmen are like,
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they told me
Yeah.
all of them, and so were my bridesmaids. Like,
Yep.
Isaac goes, are you okay?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Really? Because they're going to anchor. They anchor.
Yeah.
They anchor me. They anchor us. And I think that is important, especially as men.
Yes.
We need that as men. It is just important. I cry with you. I understand your tears. I understand what they mean. Even when you say that part of your emotions are because you recognize that your son came at the time that God used him to be the glue that held the two of you together. There's a story.
Yeah.
There's a connection to your tears. The tears are connected to something.
Yeah.
And that's just something that we as men don't often get to do. We don't often get to express. We don't often get to share. And so I just, again, want to applaud you. The two of you are blended and winning, yes.
yes.
But, I don't know what it's like to be the bonus.
Mm.
I know what it's like to be the bio dad because all four of mine
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't see myself as having two boys with her and two girls. I got 4 kids.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Yeah, I don't either. When my girls, when they talk to me, I'm dad.
Dad.
I don't know anything else.
Yeah.
And
You responded to the call.
Yeah.
but to have them the men, I think I would still have every man in my wedding that was from my groomsmen.
You said you would still have them in.
If we got married again, I would have those
Still
same men.
Yeah.
And one in particular, my younger brother was one of my best men, and my uncle, who I was still very close to, was my best man. And my uncle still lives his life, but he holds you to a standard of who you are and who you get raised to be. So as my wife is walking down the aisle, my uncle been making little comments all morning, as he would. As the doors open,
He's slinging tears.
and she's walking down the aisle. He's not slinging tears.
He's slinging
He's
tears,
standing right
child.
behind me, and she's walking down the aisle, and he leans over to me and he puts his hands on my shoulders. He says, "I got the vet parked out back."
He said she ain't made it to the office.
He said, "She ain't made it here yet. You still have time. What you gonna do?" And we're sitting there laughing now, and I said, "No, I'm good. I'm good." He said, "All right."
And that was
When we said I do's and everything like that, and then stepped back, he put his hand on my shoulders again. He said, "It's too late now." But the significance of that story,
Yeah.
because of how we were living prior to,
Yeah.
not existing anymore.
Mm.
One night when I really just
Yeah.
was in, I went to his house. I used to live with him.
Yeah.
I went to his house. He didn't know I had a bag in the car.
Mm.
And I'm telling him what we're going through. And he was like, okay, well, let's go upstairs and get a workout. We go upstairs, we work out and stuff. And he was like, okay. And I was like, well, I'm finna go downstairs and grab some, want something to eat? Yeah. I'm going downstairs and get something to eat. He said, well, I'm finna go to bed. I said, well, I'm gonna go upstairs. He said, no,
No, you gonna
no,
No.
you gotta go to your, I said, oh, but I said, you chose to marry her.
Yeah.
Be a man.
I gave you the option. I told you.
I gave you that.
I gave you the option.
I gave you that.
You had a chance.
And I respect. I respect.
And
that.
I'm
I
telling you,
respect that.
to the utmost, I have so much respect for my uncles because of that.
Yeah.
They all, I mean, at some point in time, they were like, hey, man, you can cry all you want. We're here to talk to you. We're here to do, but what
at the
one
end
thing
of
you
the
ain't
day-
gonna do.
So
And I was like, okay, this is what it means to, stick and stay and have those people around you. Because
Yeah.
people don't realize the marriages prior to the Western society making them big and lavish. You had people at your marriage that when you looked out in the congregation and your groomsmen and your bridesmaids, they weren't people there to observe. They were people there to hold you all together.
Wow.
Agree.
And we got away from that.
Yeah.
Now it's for show.
It's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, the people that we get remarried now every 5 years. We renew our vows. And the only people that are in our marriage, our wedding, are our kids.
Wow.
That's
That's it.
beautiful.
That's it. Don't ask.
Wow.
These are the only ones we want holding us together.
Because that's the blend.
Yep.
That's the blessing.
That's the win.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. But I do have one question.
Okay.
For you. You said that I had to be his wife, not just a wife.
Yes.
What does that mean?
We are women, but then we become wives.
Yes.
And there's a certain expectation that we have to live up to when we become a wife. That's in the word. Okay? It's in the word. It tells us what we need to be as a wife. How God ordained the wife and what she looks like. Okay? But then when I have a conversation with my husband, what does he need? I have to become his wife. Because I can be a wife to all day long, to whomever. According to the description in God's word, I can be a wife. But what does it mean to be his
Yeah.
wife? So when you said I do to him, Leslie now has to become Greg's wife, not just a wife. It is, what is my husband's needs? What are his desires? How am I holding him up? How am I exalting him? How am I dying to myself? How are we doing this selfless love? Okay? To where I'm not thinking about me, I'm thinking about him. He's not thinking about Greg, he's thinking about Leslie. Because when that type of love come together, that selfless love, no one's needs go unmet.
Wow.
Everything that God says that we are supposed to be as husband and wife, he said when he finds a wife, he finds a good thing. I become his good thing by becoming his wife, not just a wife.
That's good.
Mm.
That's good.
My wife said to me one day as we were leaving the restaurant, she said, I had someone told me earlier and say, you must have a good husband. Not because of, what you driving and stuff. She was like, and they were like, the smile on your face.
Wow.
And Stacy said, she said it took her back to a saying or a riddle or something. She said, you can tell the value of a man by the smile of his wife.
Wow.
And I was like, well, shoot, girl, I got some value, girl.
Like what? Deflate.
Leslie?
Yeah.
And put a smile on your face.
You see it?
Y'all see that smile?
I mean it.
She said, I mean it.
Hadouken.
And I think that's the bedrock of marriage, though.
Yeah.
Well, now, I'm not every man.
Mhm.
Some men need to be put on over pedestal.
Sure.
Even if someone were to say, I have a trophy wife, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Understood.
If she, let's for sake of this, if she's a trophy wife, I'm the mantle.
Wow.
I don't care about, you can see the trophy, but you better believe who's holding her up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope y'all heard that.
Yeah.
Say it again. Say
Say
it
it
again.
to the camera,
Oh,
baby.
yeah,
Send it to
look right here. She might, if she is a trophy wife, someone could call her a trophy wife. I'm the mantle.
Yes.
I'm the one who hold her up. So I'm the one with less views. But you best believe, because she's on the mantle,
Come on here.
yeah, I support her.
Yeah, I'm your man.
But but I say that because there are a lot the men that y'all go there. Be a filth around here.
No, that would be blending and losing. Don't you worry about it, mate.
We don't want no more.
To say that.
I understand.
Let's do it.
But this has been amazing. This truly has been amazing. I am really big, and I want you to, before we end this episode, I want to say this, and then I want you to put in your plug of your book. Okay.
Okay.
But I want to say that, y'all know I love quotes. Y'all know I love, creating quotes and things like that. So a quote that I created, it says, marriage in a blended family isn't just about us. It's about protecting the we while nurturing everyone else too. And then my other one is, a strong marriage isn't found. It's built
Yes.
one hard conversation, one act of grace, and one choice to stay at a time.
Yes.
And you have to remember that, guys, that marriage is a choice, and that you have to work at it, and you have to be willing, and you have to both believe in it. And guess what? We talked about this yesterday. Every day we ain't gonna like each other.
No.
That's right.
We ain't gonna like each other. It's the truth. And you have to be willing to face those hard times.
Yes.
You have to be willing.
Yes.
And the most important thing, I don't think if you all heard, all four of us at this table in our relationship, we were friends first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friends first, because at the end of the day, there's moments that you have to say, I'm coming to you as what?
Friend, yeah.
Your homegirl.
Yeah.
I'm not your wife.
Yeah.
I'm coming to you as
Yeah.
a homegirl. Let's talk. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because we receive things a little bit
Different.
differently.
Yes.
And you say them.
And you say them a little bit different. So I want to say something to you, and I'm not going to cry.
She's gonna cry.
That means she's gonna cry.
That means she's gonna. Leslie Faye Baker.
I applaud you. I really do, because being a bonus parent is not an easy feat. It is not. But not only are you a bonus parent, but you have to do it day to day to day. They live with you 24/7. They lived with you 24/7. I didn't have that. I had weekends, and I had weekdays or holidays and things like that, but I never had them every single day.
Yeah.
And you took them and you made them yours. And you talk about them and you say that they're mine. And I say the same thing, but every man doesn't do that. I hear people say stepchild, and I hate that word.
Yeah.
That's your daughter.
That's my daughter. Those are my daughters.
And for those who have sons, that's your sons, whoever it is. And that's how it should be treated. And for you to say, well, when my son was born, my girls still felt the love that I had for them. There was no separation.
Yeah.
So I applaud you. If nobody
Thank you.
else applauds you, and I know she does.
Yeah.
And I know when those kids look into your eyes, you dad.
Yeah.
But okay, don't cry, Leslie. I applaud you.
Thank you.
And it's good to know that someone else, to hear from your side,
Yeah.
your side, trying to get the tear not to even drop. I get to see it from a male point of view, because that makes me really see that I'm not alone. I'm not alone, in that you may be a guy, but you feel everything that I felt, just in a different way.
Yeah.
So y'all have been great. Y'all have been amazing, but there's something else I want to put out there. Y'all got a book, right? You got a book.
Yeah, she
Yes.
deserves.
It's called Soft, From Survival to Surrender. Yes, it is a memoir of my two totally different lives, rooted in Mississippi, that South, that faith, all of that family, and then New York that just swallowed my teenage years, and coming out of that and not knowing which life to really embrace and which life was going to take me into my purpose. But then understanding, as I married Joaquin, as we had a family together and built this marriage to be what it is today, that I needed both of those worlds. I needed Mississippi's softness, but I also needed the roughness of New York, that grit in New York to bring it all together to be exactly what I needed to be for Joaquin and our family.
Love that.
Yes.
Soft.
The salt. It had to converge and come together to make it what it is today.
Yes.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
I have a lot to do with soft.
Yeah, he was the first person to call me soft when it came to parenting. He's like, "You soft, you soft. You shouldn't parent them girls like that." And I'm like,
Blew up on there.
yeah, it
She
triggered.
hated
It
But-
triggered.
but-
me.
being called soft.
But guess what? It was needed.
It was needed.
It was needed.
It was needed. Mm-hmm.
So with that, guys, I want to say thank you. And just to put a plug, you know, she lived in New York. My husband is from New York. Y'all got
Yep.
something else? But but go ahead. You
Now,
know,
all I was going to say was, I think this was explosive.
this is great.
Oh.
Blending and winning meets my dope blend.
Yeah.
They're blending in.
Winning. Meets my dope blend. And this conversation today was an example of community.
Yes.
This what Leslie just shared with Joaquin is an example of it epitomizes why it's important to have a community like Moses Club, like My Dope Blend, like Blending and Winning, where people can identify with each other. The biggest thing that tends to happen a lot of times is we get isolated and feel like it's just me.
Yes.
Nobody can identify with me.
Yeah.
Nobody understand
Yes.
what I'm going through.
Mhm.
That's not true. You got it. This is a perfect example of a table of 4 people who have lived it, are living it, have experienced it, and are able to talk and share. And the more we talk and share, the more we realize how much we have in common.
And coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we want to always ask you to join the Bonus Club. Visit www.mydopeblend.com. Click Let's Blend. Join the Bonus Club. Follow us on all of our socials. It's my Dope Blend podcast. Our individual social medias. Follow us on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Put those notifications on so you always know when we go live. And also follow Blended and Winning.
Yes.
And this is not the end, you guys. We're gonna come together again.
Yeah.
Oh,
We are
most
definitely gonna come together. We may have to go to Alabama. Or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Come on through.
Let's do it.
Oh, okay. So, guys, we didn't do this on a couple of things on the last episode, but I want to do it on this one. So, I have this thing with Skittles.
Okay.
You know, it's the color of the rainbow.
Uh-huh.
Green is something, wonderful, great that that comes up in your blended situation. I want a quick little something that says, I remember this. This was great. Red is something that you'd say to the camera about something that was hard for you guys, real quick. And purple is something that you guys, it was a win for you all. And the orange is something that was more of a cautionary thing that you guys worked yourselves through. And yellow was basically almost like a green. It was a turning point or a family memory that you all had that just stuck with you all. So I make everybody close their eyes, okay? And you have to pick. You can pick that Stacey over there by hand.
Just one?
Just one.
Just want to hear
You got to tell a quick one.
Why I gotta get purple?
What you got?
She got red.
I got red.
Okay.
So real quick, Stacey, just tell the camera of something that, was difficult, but you guys were able to overcome.
What was difficult or has been difficult in our marriage is, and I have to come from an individual standpoint here, was me not being defined by my past. Me not allowing what I was called and what people expected me to be and how people expected me to be and what people expected me to do to not define who I was. I had to come into relationship with God first and allow myself to truly say, I am who He says I am. And that was extremely hard. That was a piece that almost ended our marriage, is because I didn't come into relationship with Christ first. I came into relationship with Christ when I hit my rock bottom. And Joaquin helped when I was down low. He helped me build back up again. And I will always tell people that you are not defined by your past. You have every day to get it right. Die to yourself daily. Establish your own personal relationship with God and watch Him. Watch Him when He said, trust.
Yeah.
Lord.
My word won't return to you void.
Yes.
And I have called you to be this, and you will rise to that. Well, we trust God in that. That was
Yes.
yeah.
All right, you ready? It is cautionary. So you got to tell me something that.
Purple.
Purple is
What is it, memory?
memory. Yes.
What kind of memory?
Tell us a good memory.
A good memory?
Yeah, or any a memory that you can
That's
from the blending and winning to just throughout the blend process.
Mm.
You have so many talents. You remember everything.
Yeah. Oh, it's
something that give me the first one that comes to your mind. That it was just like, wow, this is great.
Oh, I should have got. Give me a green child. I did.
I got purple.
Look, you got purple.
What's one?
So,
They are two.
Oh. Okay.
That's a good one.
This
Okay.
is yeah.
That's a good
I
one.
was thinking more family wise.
Okay.
Oh,
But no, please tell it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember you want to say.
Okay. Yeah. The day I wanted to really leave my wife, it was a Friday evening. The courts were closed.
Wow.
No, they were closed. That was the only reason I didn't go down there.
Wow.
But I didn't want to go home.
Yep.
So I'm sitting in the barber shop, don't need a haircut. And the barber was reading his Bible. And I tell him a little bit of what happened, and I was like, I don't even feel like praying right now. And he slammed the Bible and he said, man, don't you ever let me hear you say that again.
Wow.
That's the only thing you have. And put me out of his barbershop. I go to Walmart.
Wait.
This is no lie.
Okay.
Put me out of his barbershop because he was mad at me. I said that.
I could actually see it.
Yeah, I go to Walmart and I'm walking down the aisles just wasting time. The day prior, I noticed my wife deodorant was getting, she was about to go out to we are not deodorant. And I looked at the stands and the Holy Spirit says, clear as day, buy some deodorant.
Wow.
And I'm standing in the aisle talking to God, and this is the day I really gave my relationship with God. I was like, bro, I'm not buying her the deodorant.
Yes, sir.
I said, I'm not meant to forget her. He said, buy her the deodorant.
I don't care.
I don't care if she musty. And I said, no, he said, buy her the deodorant. And his voice never changed, was so calm. And I said, okay, I'm gonna buy this deodorant, but this is the last time I'm gonna buy a deodorant. I bought all 13 bottles.
What?
You made sure. You said, I'm gonna send her off. Send her off where?
I'm gonna sit all where.
Send her offshore.
When I got home, I walked in. She had the nerve to say, hey. I said, there's deodorant. My wife hadn't bought deodorant in 18 years.
I have not.
No, I always buy her deodorant. And when I do, it's a quick reminder, but like, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, you told God you were about him to deodorant. Yeah. But you'll never find her stinking. Not musty.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. But those one of the blended moments that we lay in bed and we just like, these are the things that you remember.
Wow.
These are the nuggets on the journey of marriage that hold the marriage together.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That is good. Go get y'all some deodorant.
Now this is the funny thing.
Okay, so
This is the funny thing.
This is crazy.
Okay. My wife's body only reacts and does well with the old deodorant.
Yeah.
Tussie.
I was getting ready to say.
It's a Tussie. Can't find it no one else. Y'all have to order it.
He has
And
to
I
order
ordered my
my
book.
deodorant now.
Wow.
Yes.
She only wears Tussie.
That's Mississippi.
Yes.
Hey,
Go get some Tussie.
Tussie, the red bottle.
Yeah, the red.
Yeah,
Not
the
the
red
blue.
bottle, not the blue.
It's the original.
Yeah.
The red.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this has been amazing. We gotta let y'all go. We gotta let them go.
Yes.
Just real quick, the clip that we saw was her. It was a student in her
Oh my God.
class. Y'all have got to go to that.
Please go to the page. It's
Look
that
for
page is
her
funny.
telling him the story about the student in her
And he
class.
busts out laughing
Man,
immediately.
you
Y'all gotta
you
watch it.
won't
Y'all
regret
gotta watch it. Blending and winning, and we love y'all, and we appreciate y'all so much. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you to those who comment, who share. We appreciate everything. Tell us how you feel about this episode. If you want to hear more from them, because we're gonna have them back. But thank you so much, and remember always to keep what?
Keep blending.
Yeah.
Yes.
Peace out.